I'm Vicky Bell from the Centre for Ecology and Hydrology, and I'm presenting on behalf of the team of people you can see here. At CEH, we've used an existing national scale hydrological model, a grid-based hydrological model called Grid to try and understand droughts at a national scale. This is 1 kilometre hydrological model, and it estimates naturalised flows and soil moisture on a grid everywhere across Britain. It's been extensively published, and up till now it's mainly been tested on high flows and flooding events, and also used operationally for flood forecasting. But up until Marius, we haven't had an opportunity to look at droughts and how it behaves during low flows. This is what we've addressed here. We've tested the model on the recent historical periods and found it behaved reasonably well with low flows, which was useful. And once we've established that it worked, we then applied it on some newly available data, that's daily grids of rainfall, takes us back to 1891. These have been recently made available through the Historic Droughts project, and this is a wonderful resource which we're able to use. It uses input to the grid, so we can run our national scale model right back to 1891 and set present day droughts in a long-term context for 125 years. Analysis of these results have shown that there are, surprisingly, we found there were no consistent changes in drought characteristics over the historical period. But there's an awful lot of research coming out of this, and what these long-term runs can show us is that it can provide previously unavailable information about past droughts, as you can see here. This work's been written up in a paper by Annie Rudd. I think there's a copy at the back on the side, and there's a poster over there you can look at as well. As you might expect, once we tested the model on historical data, we've replaced the historical drive and weather data with weather at home climate data that Richard presented earlier. This gives us tens of thousands of baseline years, 6,000 years of future runs, and as you can see from the diagram on the right, it produces an awful lot of output. All the little UKs on the right show example 100 ensemble members of maximum drought extent in a near future period. There's an awful lot to analyse here. We're still analysing what we've got out of this, and there's a lot. Ongoing analysis suggests that in the future, groundwater dependent areas will have longer duration droughts, and this is always, and the work is always also providing us an opportunity to look at the likelihood of 2 different regions in the UK having a drought at the same time, which might affect their ability to share water in any transfer schemes. All these data that we've now got available to us from a model about past droughts also enables us to do a low flow frequency analysis. Whether or not the return period of extreme low flows has changed in the past or could change in the future. From the historical analysis, we found a few significant trends in low flow frequency, but in the future, we found that low flows could be lower, particularly in the south and at higher return periods. There's a paper just in review in climatic change, should hopefully be available soon. And the final piece of research we've done is, although the grid estimates naturalised flows, we've never had an opportunity to look at the effect of abstraction and discharge. Marius provided us with an opportunity for that. We've taken Environment Agency estimate data for abstraction and discharges. Done an awful lot of analysis, turning them into spatially consistent grids across England, and you can see some examples on the right. This is an ongoing job because it's quite a complex piece of work, but the analysis is suggesting that these can improve grid-to-grid model flow simulations during periods of droughts and low flows, and provide us with a new national capability to simulate naturalised and observed flows. And finally, we're making a lot of our outputs available. We're making outputs from grid-to-grid, from observation-driven runs, and future runs. There's an awful lot of that data. Broadly, we're making monthly grids of flows and soil moistures available on CEH-EIDC, and also daily river flow from more than 250 catchments across Britain. Thank you very much.